Sun's shining. It is beautiful out here today. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. So we're going to take advantage of it. Do a little bit of work in the garage since we don't need no heat. Should work out pretty good in here today, hopefully. We got a lowrider. Arms don't even fit under it. But definitely got to patch the back. I know, I'm pretty sure I recorded this side when we did it. We put a patch on this side. The other side's starting to crack in front of the leaf spring mount. So we got to get that side patched up. That and I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I don't know if it'll come up, but it's a little bit crooked. See the angle of the bed, the tailgate angle, on a little bit of an angle. When I redid the rear leaf spring bushings, it did bring it up a lot because I figured those bushings being wasted was making the suspension droop. It helped a lot, but it still needs to come up. I still need to jack this corner of the bed up probably maybe another inch, half an inch. And you can see the gap is a little suspect. So when we get it in the air, we'll get it leveled out. Build a plate for this side. As you can see, it's breaking there, right where the shock mount is. And this thing looks like somebody's been in here putting Bondo on it. You see the crack there. Oh yeah, that's a good one. We'll fix it. It's only metal. It's only metal. Look at this. This is what kills them, man. All this. Just dirt, grime, old wet rust. Jeez. Oh, we'll get this stuff blown out as best we can here. Some more of these rusty chunks taken out of there. Oh yeah, prime specimen. That's gonna have to be something done there too. I guess really it needs a whole piece. I'm probably gonna end up doing it in 2 sections though. You know, from like back here somewhere. Probably should go all the way to the spring mount, really. All the way from the mount till probably somewhere in here. And then we'll go all the way up to this the other bed mount. Just make a whole new skin for it and tack it on there. Seems like the bottom's okay. I don't know, let's see. Somebody patched it right here in the past. And there's like Bondo on it too, somewhere. I can smell it when I'm cutting it. I don't know, seems pretty solid for the most part. We'll get the ass end jacked up and leveled out, cut us some plates here, patch this stuff up. This is definitely the hard part. You're dealing with this situation. Like, you can see how much this opened up by cranking the back of the frame up. Doesn't look like any of this is actually collapsing. It's still got the top and the bottom all the way. It's just pretty much broke right here. And I'm pretty sure the back end of the frame drooped down, especially after this cobbled repair we got going on there. But we got it jacked up. Let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera or not, but let's see. Does it look more level? Definitely looks better. Alright. I think we're going to go with that there. Maybe crank it up a hair more for some droop factor. We'll give it another half turn for good measure. Call it there. It's going to be better than it was. As you can see how much this pushed up. So, all right, get the templates out. Probably should cut some of this stuff out here too before we get going. I might take these isolators out of here too while we're in here. Maybe we'll leave them. They might come right out though. We'll see what happens. Realistically, this stuff is a little bit thick, but it's not going to hurt it. You could make it a little bit thinner, you know, 1/8 inch. This is probably about quarter, right? I don't think it's quarter. I don't know. Let's make it. Yeah, it's about 1/4 inch. So, but this is stuff that I got free from the plasma guy, so we're just going to use it, you know. A little bit thicker ain't going to hurt. Normally, I'd probably do 3/16 in a normal situation, but it's all right. When we're drifting and that ass end is shaking, be a little extra. A little extra. Do yourself a favor and don't leave stuff like this hanging off your workbench. It's the one chip challenge. Yeah, this section I got up here by the front leaf spring mount. I'm probably going to cut this off here, just a little square, and then I'm going to build a custom piece that'll go inside here, and then tie into this main leaf spring bracket, Either I'll come over the lip or I'll go right where the factory weld is and build a piece that comes in here and then welds across here. That's how we'll take care of that area. This thing is a brick, yo. It's solid. We took that out and we put some 1/4-inch plate in, so it was an even trade. Well, I got to get the welder loaded, and then we're gonna burn this stuff in here, I guess. And some other day we're gonna have to come in here and fix the bottom here. But as long as we get a good piece on the outside, it'll get us through a couple more days, because that was an active break. You know, that thing was actually wobbling, and this thing's still holding on, so this should be alright. I mean, as long as we're good to here is what matters, right? That's what's holding the wheels on the thing. Do yourself a favor if you're going to buy these things. Spend the money, get some name brand ones, you know, maybe some German made ones, something. At least get, you know, Vice Grip brand, because don't even mess with the Chinese versions of these. They're just complete garbage. Unless you're just going to sacrifice them to the project, go for it. But, you know, here's another thing I did with them is I took some ring, you know, from the hardware section, and I welded them onto here. It makes it a lot easier, especially with gloves on, to manipulate these things. I think the wire speed is still a little fast. C on heat and 6 on wire speed with a 430. Still trying to learn this thing. I've only used it a couple small spools, so got to get back into the Lincoln way of doing it. Sounds a lot better. For the most part. Until you hit the crappy metal, but what I'll do is I'll get a couple good spots all over the place, and then I'll take the jack out from it and bring the truck down a little bit so I can get up in here and do a better, see what I'm doing better. Tell you what, I can't believe it. It's 60 degrees out here. And tomorrow it's not going to break out of the 20s. That's nuts. And actually, I was saying about this thing, you know, just by looking at it, I figured a mechanic had to own it because, you know, of how clean it is under the hood. And, you know, it's rusty, but it's mechanically really sound and well taken care of. And then I'm sitting over here in my chair and I start looking. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera. Let's see. Can you see it on the door a little bit there? See where the sticker used to be? And from what I can make out, it says small engines, sales and services. And then there's a phone number below it. LLC. I see LLC down there, it looks like. So, you know, you can definitely tell when a mechanic has owned a vehicle. You know what I mean? At least I can. And any mechanic worth their salt would be able to tell too, you know. So we got a good one. It was a work truck. It did a little bit of work, but she's a lowrider now. And like I said in one of my other videos when I was driving it, when I first drove it, and the transmission felt so tight that this thing probably had a lot of highway miles put on it, you know. It was probably in 5th gear for a long time. Well, we ain't no professional, right? Oh, I like that Lincoln though, I know that. Definitely runs a lot better. Look at that big old booger. It's like I did a route, you know, one pass and then I went over it. So that's why it looks so big. And back here, I was kind of going kind of crazy with that one. But it's burned in there to the bracket. Now the plan is I'm going to make a piece that probably goes somewhere around here on the bottom. And I'm probably just going to leave these bolts alone that are here. There's a couple of them. And there's 2 more back here for this cross member. Probably just going to cut circles in that plate and just burn them right in there. They're in there forever. And we'll cut a little bit more of this crap out when I get around to doing that. But that shock's anchored into here now, so it should be pretty good. It ain't going to rip off of there anytime soon. So it's burned in there. For now, we'll get the bottom of it done here pretty soon. This thing should be warmed up pretty good. Guess we'll give her a little spray on here. And then when we get around to doing this bottom plate, which I don't think is going to be today, I ain't got enough time. When we get around to doing that, we'll just sand it all back down. Sand the edges down and burn it in there. Alright, hold together for another day. A little Snow White. One day we'll get around to this. Alright, y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy that weather out there. Get some projects done. There's still stuff falling out of this thing. Look at this. Crazy. We need to start hitting it with the air hammer, I guess. Vibrate all the crud out of it. It's like springtime out here. Tomorrow we're going to get 2 inches plus of snow, and it won't break out of the 20s. Oh. Here it comes. Coming in hot, right?